Greeting and welcome once again to the Grindhouse. Hello, Jasmine. Jasmine is back. Actually, she didn't really go anywhere. Last video, I sort of had her in the kitchen because I really didn't want her to see The Exorcist. It's kind of a bit of a heavy film for a kitty. I'm also joined by Ninja and Stratus. Hello. Hey, wait a minute. No. Come here. I'll be right back. There we are. Where were we? Hello, Stratus. Anyway, we are now on number 5 of the top 10 Grindhouse films. No real particular order, but I thought since we're on number 5, we're going to go a little murky tonight. And by murky, I mean a Grindhouse film. How many of you out there watching this know of a little well-known actor by the name of Robert Ginty? Robert Ginty made one really successful franchise. I guess successful in the state of, say, in terms of underground Grindhouse revenge films. One of the most successful franchises I can think of is The Exterminator. Unfortunately, I have the edited version of that, which isn't bad, but that's another rant I won't get into right now. But I do have the next best thing, a rip-off exploitation film called The Executioner Part 2. Notice I said Executioner, not Exterminator. Basically, it was made to capitalize on the success of The Exterminator. Right? So, in case anyone does or doesn't know, there is no Executioner Part 1. This is Executioner Part 2. And where does one begin? Let's see. The actors in this film, there's no credits. And the only way I know of the actors' names is, I think Aldo Ray is one of them. And I think someone named Chris Mitchum. But I'm not sure. I think it's Chris Mitchum. There's no real credit list on either the beginning or the end of the film. But, at the very least, it's still a hell of a film. The sound effects are very loud during the fight scenes. But basically, I guess I can compare and contrast time here. The Exterminator was one of those films that it was like a revenge film based on Robert Ginty's character's friends, played by Steve James, getting attacked and mugged and paralyzed by some muggers. This one's a little different because it's not so much a revenge film for that purpose as it is the Executioner is just basically trying to wipe out all of the criminal underworld in New York. And of course, there's a cop friend of his who learns of his identity, and, he has to make the decision over whether or not to turn him in, because he finds out who this guy is. And they served together in Vietnam. And in Vietnam, he ended up saving the cop's life. So, naturally, the cop is going to feel some guilt over it because he has to, uphold the law on one end and. But at the same time, the executioner is doing a better job than the police because he's unhindered by lack of bureaucracy. He doesn't have to worry about kissing town hall's ass or some other, the DA or whoever, the press. That doesn't matter to him. These are little things to him, which makes it even more, satisfying as someone who likes to watch revenge exploitation and just crime cinema, which I'd put this in the category of crime cinema or revenge films or just out and out vigilante movie. Like I said, there's one actor in the movie that looks familiar, but I couldn't tell you his name if I wanted to because I've seen him in other films. I just don't know his name. There are a few people in this also. The women in this film, you got a female reporter. She's working with the cop, who's sort of gathers the knowledge to figure out who the executioner is. But thankfully, they don't kill her. Surprisingly, there were two other girls in this film besides the hookers that are like. I don't want to say extras, but they're there for a few scenes basically. But there are these two other girls. One is the cop's daughter, and she's a druggie, and she's trying to get her fix. And of course, she is told by a pimp that she has to hustle for the money. And of course, there's always the warning of getting involved with the tattoo man. The tattoo man is more or less your main villain, except for maybe more like one mob boss. But the tattoo man is, for being a fearsome character, you'd think he'd have better fighting skills. The fighting skills in this, the fight choreography in this it's decent, but it's, if it was a Steven Seagal or Sonny Chiba film, it'd probably be shorter because the villains can't really fight. Jasmine, down! What are you doing? Sit on my shoulders. Anyway, the villains can't really fight. If this were a Sonny Chiba movie, if you've ever seen movies like The Street Fighter, then you know what I'm thinking. Overall, this is a great crime Grindhouse film. Kind of in the tradition of Death Wish, kind of in the tradition of The Exterminator. Kind of more in the tradition of The Exterminator since they sort of left off material from said film. But overall, this I would call a Grindhouse classic. Maybe not essential Grindhouse viewing, but great way to kill almost 2 hours. So, this has been the Grindhouse, and we are getting closer to number 1. Next time, it'll be number 4. This has been Captain Grindhouse, live from the Grindhouse. Until next time.